Hello everyone, once again I am back with another video, and in today's video I will be talking about there are two mistakes. If you have been doing these two mistakes, your English will never be improved at all. Literally I'm saying it because last night I was researching about it that these two were mistakes or not. I was considering them, these are part of a learning. These two are not a mistakes at all. Then I was noticed one thing, that yes, these two are really mistakes. I think you have never heard of it, or maybe you have heard of it, you might ignore it, but right now I believe these two are the major mistake that you are doing, and that is the reason that your English is not even improving a bit. You're complaining about your circumstance, you're complaining about your environment, or maybe you're complaining too much to your education system because you have never been to an English medium school. You are blaming too much. I hope that you have heard so many times from many people that if you want to become fluent, watch videos. If you want to become fluent, practice your English. If you want to become fluent, they have told you several types of things to become fluent in English. Even in my previous video I have told you also, those are also important. But mistakes, you have to aware about your mistakes. So the mistake number one is treating English as a subject, not as a language. So you might heard of it, and why I'm telling you this is actually a mistake, ask yourself, do you really treat English as a subject or as a language? And let me give you an example why I'm saying so. First thing is, if you forcing yourself to memorize English word, if you forcing yourself to memorize sentences, if you forcing yourself to memorize any English grammar, so consider yourself you are treating English as a subject, not as a language at all. Because if you force yourself too much to learn these, to memorize these, that's not going to happen at all. That's not going to help you at all. Because if you force yourself to learn something, maybe you are able to learn it for a temporary time, but after a few minutes or few days later you will forget it. Your mind will erase that memory that you are actually forcing it. So learning English has to be natural, because spoken English is natural. If you are able to articulate your English, if you are able to speak English fluently, naturally, you are able to articulate your English naturally, then consider yourself you're treating English as a language, not as a subject at all. So I hope you understand what is the first mistake. So treat English as a language, not as a subject. I hope you understand what I'm saying. So let's move on to the second mistake. Before I tell you the second mistake, so you have to understand there are two kinds of English. So the first one is active English, or second one is passive English. You have to understand what is active and what is passive. So active English, something like what I'm saying right now, you are understanding each and every single word what I'm saying, right? You are understanding whenever you watch movies, whenever you watch cartoon, whenever you listen any podcast, you understand each and everything what they're saying. That's a passive English, because your mind is actually understand the language very well, and that's why that's a passive English. And what is active English? Active English is something like when you speak English, when you try to speak English, when you try to have conversation with anyone, you are not able to speak properly. The way you are actually understand the language, you are not able to speak the language the way you understand. So that is actually active language, because your passive English always and always will be stronger than your active English, because you know your mother tongue very well. So do you really use all of your mother tongue word, mother tongue sentence? Do you use them? No, you use them what are required, what are needs to be spoken at that time. So you have to understand one thing, that active English is actually really hard and passive English is easy, because passive English always be stronger and active English is not that be stronger at all. But you can do one thing, so you have to transfer your passive English into active English, and that's how it's going to help you to eradicate your passive English into an active English. So I hope you understand what I just said in this video. So I gave you two English mistakes that you have been doing, or maybe you might be doing, or maybe you might not be doing, but you have to aware about these two mistakes, and you are feeling stuck while speaking because of these two reasons. So I hope you understand. I hope you understand, and what I said in this video, I want to help you guys that make you fluent and flawless in this language the way I have learned, because I had no mentor. I told you that I did not have any mentor, and I have never ever been to an English medium school, but I'm still able to speak this language fluently and flawlessly. The way I have learned this language, I will teach you, I will guide you exactly the way I have learned. So if you found this video quite helpful and really going to help you your spoken English journey, please like it, share it and subscribe it, and share it with your friends, and see you guys in the next video very soon. And if you have any problem, any question regarding English or regarding anything, please comment down below. I will see your problem and I will try to make a video on that. So let's see you guys in the next video very soon.